I've been sat here for 30 minutes trying to come up with an intro and I don't have one. I give up. It makes bubbles. They go pop, enemies go ow. Yay. Kompressa Prime, a glorious little secondary shotgun that requires mastery rank 13 and it does pure viral damage. It has a base multi-shot of 4, sports a 16% crit chance with a below average 1.8 times crit multiplier and a very high 36% status chance per projectile. It fires bubbles that detonate after a short delay, dealing damage in a relatively large area. It's weird, but very fun, so let's give it a shot and see if it's any good, shall we? That looks very cool. Wowee. It's almost like a like a weaponized Zayatan sculpture, isn't it? Okay, so crit much higher, obviously. I don't think it's high enough to not run Enervate, but still, nice bonus right there. We do get a little bit of extra status. More damage. Ooh, bigger explosion. The thing is, right, it's not just the crit chance not being particularly high at 16%, but the weapon also interacts with Enervate in a funky way. Some basic mods, let's get Strike, Diffusion, Primed Target Crackerino. I am not yet sure about Lethal Torrent, so we'll keep it off for now. I am feeling Corrosive. Corrosive Arrow is a really good combo. We can add in Heat later if we want to as well. Oh, that right there is why you want to run Enervate on this. Like, yeah, it makes the damage bit wobbly, right? It comes in waves, but when it pops off, like this, it goes hard. I'm kind of impressed here, honestly, because we're still missing like half the mods. We still have like, what, 3 mod slots, I think? Yeah, 3. Oh yeah, leveling this is going to be an absolute breeze. You go here, you get out of my sight, and you go in, baby. If you're going a more status-oriented route, Pistol Elementals is going to be fabulous, but because we're doing Corrosive, I would much rather have Sure Shot. Big status. Enormous. Massive. Huge. For now, let's just do Scorch. Initially, I wasn't quite sure about Lethal Torrent, but I would actually like the fire rate, so let's get it in there and try it out. Big test, we have Harold with us this time, so let's see what it do. Breaking news, it do a lot. It do a oh, I love the red crits on this. Loving the extra fire rate, so Lethal Torrent is staying faux show. Oh, get ready to be bubbled. For a brief moment, I considered, not Firestorm, Fulmination, Brown Fulmination for bigger Gablosions, but I think the pops are actually big enough. The AoE feels quite nice, though you can of course squeeze it in somewhere if you want bigger explosions. One fantastic thing about the Kompressa is that the downside of Enervate is much less pronounced than on other weapons, because the weapon hits like 10 billion times per second. Normally with Enervate, the damage comes very much in waves as you build crit and spend it, build crit and spend it, but here because you hit so often, the window in which you don't crit is incredibly small. You know what, at first I thought we would pivot more towards a status-oriented build with like blast and electricity or maybe gas, because I'm pretty sure that's what I did on the standard Kompressa, but I'm really liking Corrosive right now. Okay, let's see some single target damage. Greetings, Angst. Ooh, nice chunk. Nice chunk. Oh, damn. What the f? That was cool. Alrighty, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I don't know about you, but I think this is the way to go. One last adjustment. Scorch out for my dash. And bippity boppity boopity. There we go. Lovely. Best way I can describe this is just delightful chaos. This must be absolute hell if you don't have consolidated damage numbers. Like, I can barely see what's going on. I don't even know if I'm doing good damage, to be honest with you. I just see a lot of numbers and assume that it's good. Perhaps I should pay a little bit more attention. So I've been trying really hard to decipher some of the damage numbers, and it seems to be hitting somewhere between like 15 and 30k. One thing that's really cool about this is that this is basically like the worst case scenario, because Harold doesn't actually do anything, since we're providing our own Viro and we're stripping armor and we don't have Condition Overload actually. His priming does basically nothing, and I'm also running this on Inaros, and even though I do have Avenger, Avenger doesn't do much for Enervate setups. If you combo this with a frame that actually does something for your weapons, it's gonna be way better. I think we're pretty much done. I can't think of anything else I would want to change here, so let's go wrap it up. Alrighty then, so here's what we ended up with on the Kompressa Prime. We have Hornet Strike for base damage, Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, Prime Target Cracker for crit damage with our crit chance being taken care of by secondary Enervate. Then we have Sure Shot for status chance, Lethal Torrent for fire rate and multi-shot, and then Primed Heated Charge for heat, as well as Pistol Pestilence and Primed Convulsion for corrosive. This is a pretty fun setup, I like it an awful lot, it does good damage and it covers all the factions pretty well, but it's not the only setup you can run here of course. If you want a more status focused setup, you could try something like this instead, which is a Blast Viral setup that runs Pistol Elementalist instead of Lethal Torrent. The cool thing here is that the setup is similar enough to the original one to where it will fit into the same polarity configuration, so you can try both. Now, if you're gonna run the corrosive one, it is a good idea to run Emerald Archon chart so that you can strip the enemy armor completely with corrosion alone. And while a priming pet isn't going to do a ton for the original corrosive based setup because we don't have condition overload, we're priming our own Viro and we're stripping armor as well, it's going to help quite a bit with the second, more status oriented setup, whether it be through armor stripping or priming Viro. The Kompressa Prime is an absolutely fantastic secondary. It's unique, it's fun, and it does great damage. It performs really well even on its own, and it only gets better if you give it a little bit of help, whether that be via a frame or a pet. It also allows for a variety of build options, which is always great because not everyone's going to like the same build. So yes, I would absolutely recommend you give the Kompressa Prime a shot. It's great. Now, before we end the video, I have a little bit of a surprise for you because I'm gonna be giving away one Yareli Prime pack. I try to not put it into the title or in the description because I want people that genuinely watch the videos to enter the giveaways and have a chance to win. Now, the way we do giveaways here is as simple as it gets. All you need to do is leave a comment with your in-game name and the platform you are playing on. I'll let the giveaway run for a week, so I'll pick the winner next Friday, at which point I will send it over to DE, and if you won, you will get the Prime access from DE, not me. I pick the winner, they distribute the prize, okay? So once again, all you need to do to enter the giveaway is simply leave a comment with your in-game name and the platform you're playing on in the comment section down below. And that's pretty much it, so I thank you very much for watching, as always guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then, I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.